So welcome back. Just bear with me. I just got to go and sort the scoreboard out in the arena as well. We've now got the final match of the group stage. It should be 0-0, but I'll get that sorted in a second. Don't know why that's showing 5-all. So just bear with us, and I'll be back in a minute. So back again. This time we've got Egan Soldiers on the stream. First time in this group stage. Can't get it to work out where we can get each team on twice. Doesn't work. So one team gets to go on 3 times. One team gets to go on once, that's all. But at least they all get to go.
Yeah.
Can I have this? Can I have that? That's what I used to do when I used to work at the bowling centre. We used to do the charity nights. I used to fucking airport, get loads of flying lessons and all that. Right?
Yeah.
Is that off? Yeah? Oh.
Okay, it's one apiece. Really sure might as well be drew the last game against the Nag's Head, and this time playing the Egg Soldiers. Right, left droppings here now. Wouldn't expect any mistakes from here. ABC stuff. It's good. Get in behind the red. First available chance, but he'd have had many options. Could have popped the one over the middle to do that shot, to be in the same position. ABC droppings here.
Kerry Bissell, I think that was a while ago. It was a while ago. His message say yours sounds a bit tinny, mine sounds okay, but I've got a different microphone to you at the moment, so it's probably because I was on this one.
As I said, all ABC stuff, no degree, just rolled them all in, and thank you very much.
So I've had a message off Sean Watson. I don't know if you're still watching the stream, Sean. It wasn't that long ago that you put it. I haven't got time to be typing big long replies out, unfortunately, so I do apologise. But he's looking to get into competitions and what have you around the Burnley area. There is a few leagues around the Burnley area. There's the East Lancashire League as well. You're better off getting on Facebook, type in Burnley Pool or East Lancashire Pool, and do it that way. And I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there that Carl Boothman is one that will put you in the right direction for that area. And good luck. I don't know all the local leagues as such, obviously, because I'm not from around that area, but I do know the East Lancashire League that does cover Burnley Way. I think that's how you pronounce it, Burnley. And I wasn't on the stream chat before because I was charging my phone up. Those of you that are watching on the stream, it's much appreciated. Nice to see you all joining us here at the Bapto once again. If you don't mind pressing that little share button, bottom left hand side, be grateful.
It's just got to negotiate a path. They're there, the balls are there, but there is a little bit of work to do positionally. But just take his chance and keep hold of the white, play a couple of good positional shots, level things back up at 2 apiece.
I'll tell you what, Reggie, that's Mark Smith. He's on the ball, isn't he? He runs the UK pool Facebook page.
I've seen it.
He's put a nice little post up about Tommy being on stream and what have you.
Disher.
But he is he's very keen, he's Mark, and he's doing a lot of good things, spreading the word about pool. He comes from a world rules background, I do believe, as well. But he's created that page, and he's, like I say, he's doing very, very, very good, working wonders, spreading the word of pool. And we need more people like that in pool.
Absolutely, we need more people like that, and less idiots that use social media for their own little.
Yeah, my finger's getting really sore blocking people. I'm telling you, Reggie. I'm telling you.
Honestly,
I don't care who they are.
Too many comedians on Facebook, to be quite honest. That's a good shot. Negotiated the positional shot well. The yellow goes over into the green corner pocket. Just draw the white back, maybe 1 foot. Yellow up into the yellow corner and anywhere sort of downside the table off the cushion, and the yellow's begging, and so is the black for middle. So just a couple of shots here need to be careful with, and the frame's at his mercy.
I can lift that back up now because we sort the scoreboard out. Oh, I got the wrong one. I do apologise, people. Just bear with me. Click on the right thing here. There we go.
Oh, he's lost the white slightly. He's not on the yellow. To the yellow corner pocket. He's going to have to come the other way, play the yellow over the bottom right, and Yeah, it's a great camera angle shot. That is. Look at that.
I just don't like that floor, Reggie. It's a bit dirty.
Well, there's a load of footmarks on the floor. That's somebody that's come in for me with. They've spilled a drink, okay? You can see where
Probably.
they've spilled it.
The dirt's come on top of it.
Look where the word balls is on the Aramith.
Yeah, there's a spill there, isn't there?
There's a clear spillage. It's got on someone's soul and they've walked all in that area, walked it everywhere. Someone needs to fetch a mop, a hot mop.
I think we'll get it sorted later on. It'll be tonight when the hotel staff come in.
Yeah, we'll
health and safety means I can't get hold of a mop and start mopping the floors for these people.
No. Let them do it tonight. But obviously, we'll have to tell people no drinks round near the edge of the. Be careful.
You can tell people as many times as you like, Reggie, but they still do it. They still do it. It's part and parcel.
Andrew, stop it. What do the red and blue stars mean? The red and blue stars mean.
They do.
It's obviously there's a laptop in the arena, which has got obviously a red square with one in it, which represents the egg soldiers. That's their side of the scoreboard.
They tell you who's won what frame. It shows the last 11 frames, so it shows you who's won what frame in what order, as long as it's working right and they've not pressed the wrong buttons and stuff like that. So obviously Egg and Soldiers went 1-0 up, and Renishaw Miners Welfare took the next two. That's how it should work. It does work like that, as long as it doesn't crash on me. It has crashed a few times because of the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's playing up. It's taking a while to log into it as well. So once it's in, it's fine. But
yeah, no problem, Nick. That helps.
But I've just done a deal with Mr. Glavey, John Glavey, with his Pool Up Live. So we might be using Pool Up Live as well for certain things, which is a little bit easier, I must say.
Yeah, mincemeat will make Jordan Johnson make mincemeat out of these. That's about, should I say, he's let one, what's the word, he's a real good chance there, go the player of the other side, kicking himself. Great chance to run the rack there, just needed to control the white a bit better and didn't. And it was like I said, when the two yellows up the top of the table went, I said, he's just got to mind his work for these two yellows. The last yellow and black are gimmies. So, and he just lost the white, didn't get into it enough, and it sort of stunned away and drifted in behind the red, and of course got to then change path, and it's more difficult.
I've just remembered as well, Tommy Donlan, who's on the singles on the stream at 8 o'clock, he was part of a team that we beat in the inaugural year of the Golden Q 1990 when they was allowed a professional. Tommy was one of the professional player teams. So yeah. In fact, I still remember exactly where it was. It was to the left hand side of the stage. There's about 2 or 3 tables in a little corner there. It was on one of those tables there. Memories. That's a great pot. Oh, I thought he got it, Reggie.
Oh,
it looked all the way.
He's thrown one in there. He's gone too close to that black. Oh,
it's awkward, this though. This is thin.
He's going very close to an in-off as well, by the way. Very close indeed to an in-off.
I'm not too sure if it is. It's thin, this. He's screwing it. Will it take enough? He has, but he's not potted it. He's forgot to pot it.
It was really thin though, that was, and he's trying to bend onto it with a bit of left and kick the white off the cushion. But missed it. That was not far. It's a lot harder shot than it looked, trust me.
So 2-all, 3-1, sorry. 3-1 to Renishaw.
Yeah.
A couple of the matches they've took a little bit of getting into the game, but come through them okay.
Just where it landed after Jordan missed, he was always going to check it with right hand side to flick the black into the top. He missed the black. It was if the white had gone across maybe a bit more, but it was a very thin clip. And if he played it plain ball, I'm pretty sure he was going in off. So he's had to put a bit of left hand side to sort of bend the white a little bit, or should I say, hope the white bends as it pots it and just kicks off the ball. Problem is, he's caught too much of the ball. and the rest is history. 3-1 it is. Rennie Shaw on the way. But nothing's done and dusted in the last match. Obviously, they've ended up drawing 5s to the Nag's Head. So
I've just asked Mark to make that post public, so I don't know why it's not public. He's posted it and it's in his group. I think it's because his group's private. Is it? Yeah, private group. That's fine.
Child entrance, stop it. A leg and a wing. Referee, honestly, a leg and a wing, Wayne.
What's that about?
Do you think that was a leg and a wing on that last miss on that yellow?
No. It wasn't that easy. White's in.
Obviously, this time it's not as straightforward as it was in the previous frame.
Just to remind all those that are tuned in on Facebook and YouTube at the moment, 8 o'clock sees the return of the disher.
Oh my God.
Mr. Tommy Donlan is
the
back.
Disher.
The disher's back at 8 p.m. Don't be late.
Don't be late, people. We'll be here, so make sure you're on that one. He came past earlier on, give us a little smile over the
he did.
box.
It's the last 64 of the singles, I think it is.
He's up for it. He's come here to
do some damage.
Yeah, the disher wants this coveted Bapto.
You know, and it's players, I suppose, it's players like that, like Tommy, that you really want to at least have a good run in the competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a lot of years, you know, is Tret us pool fans, supporters, players, whatever, to some awesome displays of pool. He was one of the best potters of a ball you have ever seen, Reggie. You know that, you know, and it's only right and fitting that he gets. We didn't have streams back in the day.
Well,
then.
we didn't, and for those who are too young to remember and that are in their 20s now, obviously will know very little, if anything, a lot of people of Tommy Donlan because he is from the year. But trust me on this one.
Billy Witcher's the name I was looking for. That's been sharing a few videos.
Right. Okay.
Billy Witcher. Sorry to interrupt.
No. But Tommy, at the end of the day, is a living legend in terms of pool, in his own right, by his achievements, and as Wayne said, one of the best potters that we've ever seen.
Without doubt.
You know,
and we've had some good ones, you know.
Can't believe we've had plenty of good ones, but he's in that mix of one of the best that the game's ever produced.
In the mid to late 80s, 90s, we had such a massive amount of very good quality professional pool players. The professional setup back then was second to none. It's not the same these days as it used to be. I know there's the IPA and whatever, but this was, if the IPA was to make all the professionals wear dicky bows, waistcoats, dinner trousers and everything, if they made them wear them, they'd be close. Do you know what I mean? But you could go to any competition back in the day, and Kev was one of them. You know, you could go to any competition, and the professionals would stand out a mile because they'd be the ones wearing the proper gear, the dicky bows, the waistcoats, and you felt like you was round a good player. The aura around them, you know what I mean? It was something different.
Yes, guys, they're all set.
Setting their alarms.
They're all set for 8 o'clock.
Don't be late.
I can't wait personally. I've had a whole day of watching various types of player. I've had chicken wings. We've had the bones thrown in for good measure at times. We've had everything. But now we're going to move on to a whole different level of pool, is ability-wise.
Well, I won't big him up that much. I don't know how well he is playing. It's been a while, innit? You know, but from years gone by, he was phenomenal.
Well, I'll enlighten you. The last time I saw him play, so many years ago, and not so many years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, whatever it was, 5 at Leicester against Craig. at a tour event that Craig used to play in. And as I say, he's run through that day and got to the final. Lost to Craig 7-4 in the end, but trust me on this one, he's playing well.
Is he playing well?
The scoreline is not because he was playing badly.
Played Craig. In the final, yeah.
And it's
playing well. That's what we like to hear. The only difference is, I mean, this is it's a best of 5 competition, so in a way it is a bit of a lottery. So even the good players get beat in this. So it'd just be nice to actually for some of the younger viewers as well to see somebody with and we can say it because it's true. If you're of any age like what we are, Reggie, you will know what a legend he was on a pool table.
Yeah, absolutely. Tommy Donlan is a man in his time. Even now, Tommy puts pubs.
Did Tommy?
On seats.
Did he not play in one of the early Mosconis? I don't know. I know he played a lot of 9-ball.
I never used to watch the Mosconi so much until later on in recent times. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. Let's just leave it at that. It wouldn't surprise me.
I know he's played a lot of 9-ball. He was very, very top player at 9-ball as well. But I'm sure, I don't know, somebody on the stream might know. I'm sure he might have played in one of the early ones because obviously that's been going for quite a few years as well now, you know what I mean? So there is a good possibility he would have been one of the top 9-ball players around about the time of the start of the Mosconi.
I remember Tommy playing Darren Appleton at Leicester's club venue that Sanjay Patel used to run around about 2006.
Sanjay used to run it, did he?
It was a flagship venue. Leicester. Sanjay was running it. There was a pool place downstairs in this place, and Tommy. I remember going there one night with Mark Goodwin from Wirksworth, who's been a top player in our area, in the Derbyshire region, been in the England setup, that type of thing. Me, Mark, and I think Kevin Maguire went there, and Tommy played Darren, raced to whatever it was, 18. I think Darren gave Tommy a 5 start.
Darren gave Tommy 5 star.
Big mistake.
Well, it will have been, yeah. Tommy could have probably given Darren 5 star. I'm telling you. At his peak, even Darren at his peak, Tommy could have probably given Darren 5 star. He was that good.
Oh, Nick Jones, how you doing, mate? Nick Jones, a good friend. Nick, the disher himself's playing at 8 o'clock, mate. Get tuned in. Let's see what he brings to the table. If nothing else, the aura of the man, and
I think he'll bring a few people to come and watch as well. I think there'll be a crowd around here.
I think there'll be a crowd.
As soon as the word gets round.
Well, we're doing a good job in publicising it, aren't we?
We've got to do it. That's what we're here for, Reg. You know what
I mean? Look at the alarm clocks there. Andrew Whittle, Derek, and Wayne Littlewood. The alarms are already set. Nick, get that alarm set on your mobile phone for 5 to 8. I'm
going to be here. Are you?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't miss this one. I've been here all day and had to put up with all the other stuff that you have to put up with. So it would be criminal should I miss the Tommy Donlan game. It's criminal.
So I am going to share it in a bit. I'm just waiting for the guy that posted it to make it public, hopefully. I'll share a post on my own page just to let everybody know the disher is back.
Well, the white's gone in. It's offered a great chance here to reduce the arrears to 3-2.
And
red into the side rail, bring the other 2 out, all 3 balls out, and the game's at your mercy. And you've also got the added insurance of the red over the yellow corner pocket, protecting the yellow or stopping the yellow from going. I just don't get why, to me, that he's. He didn't need to move that ball. I mean, just get the others out and pop them all.
So, I'm just going to share this post for everybody. Hopefully, we'll get 1 or 2 viewers coming in to watch as well. Miss this and you're not a fan of pool, Reggie.
Sorry?
Miss this and you're not a fan of pool.
Oh, absolutely. The whole day, and we've got to, this guy's probably forgot more than some people know about Paul.
Yeah.
You know, let me put it that way.
We'll soon find out if he's forgot anything.
Nick, get that pizza. Whatever toppings you're having, mate, enjoy.
Marketing expert.
Get seated, get comfy, get the 4-pack of beer ready, and wait.
There you go, Nick Roberts. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah,
I wasn't wrong, Reggie.
Moscone.
I'm learning from you. 1997. He was a Moscone player. That's how good he was at 9-ball.
I'm not getting into my exploits of knowing stuff from the yesteryear, but I'm pretty good. Tennis being, like I said to you earlier on, tennis being one of my chosen subjects, and Crucible champions. Well, that's not a bad shout, Crucible champions. I went to the first 2 or 3. The first one was Spencer in 77, and the next 2 I had tickets to every session of the championships, every single session. And I was seen a few times just above, you know where the players sit? The little alcoves. There's like there's about 4 seats just behind the alcoves. I was sat there for the duration of, I think it was 78 year. It might have been 79. 78. Well, who played in the match?
In the final of 78.
Yeah.
You're asking me, and I should know, and I should remember, but it was. Don't tell me it was. Terry Griffiths was 79. It was. Oh, wait a minute, Reggie. Wait a minute. You put me on the spot. It was. Was it Ray Reid? No, Ray Reid? No.
Yeah.
Ray Reardon.
It was. Yeah, but who did he play? That's the easy part. Who did he play?
I think I remember him playing Perry Mans in one of the matches, and I think it was Perry Mans that screwed the ball. He's like halfway down the bottom side rail, left hand rail, with his object ball, and he screwed the white back the full length of the table. Back in the day, then
one of the best played ball partners we've ever seen, Perry Mans.
Back in the day, that was a phenomenal shot.
It was Perry Mans. Reardon beat Mans in 78.
Did he?
And Griffiths beat Dennis Taylor in 79.
Yeah.
As a rookie pro.
He was an amateur. Yeah. I've got it, Reggie. It's there somewhere. It's at the back of the. Alzheimer's is not fully set in yet, but
I think the game, obviously, you know, back in the day. I mean, looking at, let's get back to the table for a minute here.
Yeah.
He's got a good chance here to run, but it cannot now get through its own belief to the red that's over the top corner. So
no,
that in itself is obviously.
I don't think it's a re-rack though. I think there might be a gap, Reggie. It's not going to be a re-rack situation, I think. So he's going to have to go into him.
See, for me,
because he's going to have to be absolutely banged on to get through there. Let's have a quick look at the overhead. See what we've got there. 1 second. Yeah, there's a massive gap.
Yeah, Nick Jones is a. I could go on and on, really. I haven't got Google in front of me, but you know, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a little bit of a taste of my knowledge for snooker, shall I? We'll have 20 seconds out while he plays his shot. It's like Reardon 78, Griffiths 79,
yep.
Cliff Thorburn 1816, 1980. 1981, Davis beat Doug Mountjoy for his first title.
82 is Alex.
Of course, 82 is too easy at Higgins. 83 is Davis beats Thorburn. 84, Davis beats White, 1816. 85, Dennis Taylor beats Davis. 86, Joe Johnson beats Davis. 87, Davis beats Johnson. 88. Davis beats Griffiths, 89. Davis beats Parrott in a record of 18 frames to 3. 90,
behave
Henry,
yourself, Reggie. Behave yourself.
91, Parrott.
Now you're showing off, Reggie.
There we go. And we'll leave it at that. That was 25 seconds.
People listening to this will be thinking that you've got it written in front of you.
No. That was just your side next to me. I'm not on Google. Am I?
He's not. No, he's not.
I could have gone right through to the present.
Unbelievable. Well, that's why you're here.
I could have given you a lot of the scores as well of the finals.
Oh, we don't need to know all that. That's too much information. That's.
I've watched every final pretty much, not the 70s ones. I think I started first watching World Snooker.
I've watched all the finals, but I forgot most of them. Do you know what I mean? My memory can only take so much.
Oh dear, well.
Fair play to you.
You know. Same as like with the tennis. You know, same thing.
Yeah, well, of course it is, yeah. You know, and we've all got our favourite sports.
Football, I think football's the same as well when I look back down the year.
Where's the white going? Where's the white going? Oh dear, oh dear.
God.
Oh dear, oh dear. Well, he was trying to get up for the other end. That's why he's playing. He was looking to try and get a gap, but I don't think he had. Well, I don't think he even had the angle to be able to do that. He was.
It's not Wayne. Wayne clearly from here. Forget the stream. Look down that gap there.
No, the one between the cushion doesn't go.
If the white doesn't go in, it was a re-rack.
No, but from that angle there, Reggie, there was a massive gap. You could have got. You could have got a.
Right. So you're saying he could have gone on it.
You could have got a ball and a half through the two yellows.
Side up, right, not down the rail.
Not down the rail, no. That white will probably just sneak past with like a millimetre either side, but no, through the gap you would have got a ball and a half through there.
Wait, stop it. Well, maybe not. We're not marketing experts, but I'm knowledgeable. I like to think to a degree. There's always somebody that's got more knowledge. So
Nobel Peace Prize, yeah, there is. Yep.
You just do your bit, don't you, I suppose?
There's always somebody cleverer than you, Reggie. Always. Not many like, but there's always somebody.
How would you like your frame serves?
I'm hoping Tommy buys me a pint later. You never know.
Oh!
Ooh, I tell you what, it's a little bit over it, is that? Or under it, however you want to look at it.
He's getting barracked major on the sidelines here.
By the opposing team as well.
Makes tons for fun. Can he pot this?
If it makes tons of fun, it's not touching the sides, and it didn't. And it didn't.
Of course he can. Of course he can.
There you go. You can't say that to somebody.
He makes tons for fun on the snooker table. So, as you saw, it never touched the sides.
Never touched the sides.
Never touched the sides. I wish I was on commission, Andrew. If I was on commission for all that knowledge, I'd be making quite a lot of money, Wayne. Would you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You know, I still remember, okay, you know how we often talk about players in pool matches pushing the boat out, taking on one shot too many, that type of thing. And I can honestly say, when I look back down the years, even in snooker, and you look at certain players who refuse maybe to play the correct shot, if you like, in a situation. I mean, Alex Higgins was testament to that. We can have a little chat while until they get the next frame up.
There was never a correct shot for him because he could play them all. You see that you must have seen the little snippet of the video when he was doing. I don't know if it was an exhibition when he was close to the pink and he's potted it down the rail on the right hand side. You know, and then he's come all the way down the table with the white for the black, and it's like I'm not being funny. I think the blue before that as well. We did not have to cut a long blue back in the sort of corner pocket before that.
He did it with one
Unbelievable.
hand. He did it with one hand.
The black, and then he pots the black in the middle pocket with one hand.
Into the middle, yeah.
The guy was an absolute freak. and we go on about O'Sullivan, and I know there's he's. Listen, when you see that video and you look at that, bearing in mind they played on thicker cloths. They played with the balls were heavier. They wasn't the same as what they are now. The tables wasn't as warm as what they were.
No.
So the conditions was completely different. It's like playing with bricks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he could pot them from the lampshades.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, I remember saying when I was on about people pushing the boat out, and there's one particular instance I look back and I think it was 1980 in the final at 16 apiece with Thorburn and Higgins, and Higgins took back an outrageous cut. He was below the pack of reds and he took back.
And I'd have been sat at home there already thinking, yes, he's going to win this one.
Well, he's gone for the cut into the bottom left pocket, but it's one of those. It's almost a reverse chop.
Yeah.
He had an easy safety shot up into the ball carrier at 16 apiece, missed it, and Thorburn stuck 116 in that frame to come on up with 2 to play, and went on to win it a frame later.
Memory bank.
absolutely in bits. I was watching that. I'm thinking, Alex, why?
But that's the way he played.
That's how he played, didn't
he? He played to entertain.
Yeah, but he learned the lessons. You know why? 2 years later, when he beat Reardon in the final, he refused a lot more shots and did play more.
Yeah, you're
because
right.
he was like, he felt that he'd been in the final 6 years prior against Reardon and got mullered 27-16. He actually
that's
conceded.
Not really mullered, Reggie. That's not mullered.
Well, he conceded at 27. The final was actually a race to 28. He conceded a frame early.
27-16.
Yeah,
right,
27.
Okay,
and he conceded at 27. He didn't even realise, but he just conceded, walked over.
I forget back in the day that there was. But right back in the day when Joe and Walter Lindrum and Horace, all of them, they'd play for a week in the final. And I know it used to be challenge matches then, but they play 100 odd frames and all sorts. It was ridiculous. But the music's at it again. Got a bit of Queen now. It was strange because I forget which one it was now. I think it was a 1979 final. No, it wasn't. No, it must have been 19. Which was the first one? Was Davis in it?
81, Davis.
81. So that will be the one then, because my parents didn't move to Blackpool till 82. So it must have been before that. 81. Might have been. We used to have a full-size snooker table in the pub. Parents used to have. And he actually took it out because he was converting the room into a concert room with organ and all that sing-along. First one to do it in Sheffield, he made a fortune. Tight as a...
Don't say it, but yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, but yeah, he made a fortune out of it by taking the snooker. I was absolutely gutted when he took the snooker table out. And that same night, there was a picture in that. It was the last night of the World Championships that the same guy, I forget who it was now, I can't remember. It was before Steve Davis's brother took over doing the tables for...
1 sec, Wayne. Wayne Littlewood, 27-16 was in 1976. Higgins against Reardon, and then that was the last...
It changed each year, didn't it?
Well, that year, obviously, was the last time before the home of snooker became the Crucible Theatre at Sheffield in 77. I'll tell you a little story, Wayne, if you're still listening. John Spencer won the world title in 77, the first Crucible champion.
Yeah.
This is a true story. 2 weeks before John Spencer went to the Crucible, he had a car crash and he broke his cue into 3 pieces.
Yeah.
He had 2 weeks practice with the new cue and went on to win the title. I mean, what a story that is.
He was a good player, was John Spencer.
He invented the deep screwback shot, do you know that?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
It was John Spencer that gave us the deep screwback shot, in case you didn't know. So there you go.
Sadly missed. Very, very good player.
18 came in 1980. The last one, the long final, was Terry Griffiths against Dennis Taylor. I think was 25-19, and that was in 1979. Higgins and Thorburn played in 80, and it became 18, and it has been ever since.
So I'm going back to my little story. The same day that they took the tables down after the World Championships finished, I think it was 81.
Yeah.
It was either 81 or 82. In the same night, the guy that took the tables down came to take the table down in my dad's pub, and it was in the local paper, the Sheffield Star, that same night that Joe Davis had actually played an exhibition match on that particular table many moons ago. Pictures there and everything, like, in the room. So it would have been worth a few more quid if he'd have known that before he sold it. But the table, I believe, went to Firth Browns. It was supposed to be going to Firth Browns, the steel firm. Social club, and he went straight into stories after that. So I don't know what happened to it after that, obviously. But
do you know, I thought he was going to get those, and he's rolled that red up there. It just looked like ABC stuff there. He's just rolling stuff in while we were talking. I'm thinking these are gone, and then all of a sudden it hangs in the pocket again. Again, these pockets are a little bit naughty at times, and it's got to be right.
It needs to be. You've got to be bang on. You can't have it too easy.
He's been a bit unlucky there, to be fair. What?
Andrew Derrick says he bought John Spencer's old Mercedes back in the 80s.
He could have swerved slightly around the yellow, between the yellow and the middle bag, and easily hit the target of them 2 yellows. That's the 2 reds, should I say. No, John Spencer didn't invent the 3-piece queue.
3-piece queue?
Well, he did, because he had a car crash and he ended up in 3 pieces.
Yeah.
So I suppose in a way, yes, he did.
I think he had a 2-piece queue.
or whatever. But I think it was a two-piece queue that ended up being three-piece.
Yeah. I think they all had two-piece queues back then. There wasn't many. There was Kirk Stevens had a two-piece queue.
Well, the Canadians, obviously, like Thorburn used to have a black ferrule on his queue.
Yeah.
You know, not the shiny brass ferrule. So
Kirk used to have the plastic butt joint in the middle, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah. He did. Yeah.
To match his suit.
So
it was white to match his suit.
Well, so did Dennis Taylor.
Yeah. He did. He had the white plastic joint in the middle as well.
Yeah, it's each to their own.
Makes no difference as long as it works for you.
Yeah, that's right. If it works, you don't need to. If it's not broke, don't fix it, as I say. Nowadays, it's all different. Like they've got these new cases, Samsonite cases and stuff like that to protect your case and your queue, that type of thing when it's in transit, when you're travelling around the world. He's just tried to kick that out of the way. And it's
just not quite caught it.
No, he hasn't.
Firm enough.
No.
A bit more work to do here. Should be okay though. He's got balls to play with after he's potted this one. He's going to run this through, just try and nudge the yellow a bit more. He hasn't done. Maybe he didn't have the angle. Should have had a look at the overhead there, really. And another favourite of mine is the man himself, Mr. Drago.
Oh, Antonio. Tony Drago. Well,
I won't mention Tony Drago.
What can we say?
I can't even remember what year it was that I played him now, but it's about 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Constant cold air just drifted in, you can feel it.
Yeah, somebody will have opened the door, Reggie, that's what it'll be. Somebody will have opened the door. And,
down the bottom end?
Either down the bottom or around here, around the back here. Security will be on them. They need to start chucking them out when they start doing things like that. Because they're leaving it wide open to a security risk, Somebody actually a couple of years ago, not many people know this, Reggie, but somebody actually walked onto the top table, picked a laptop up and walked out with it.
You're kidding me? In here?
No. In here, yeah.
Wow.
But it was an Apple laptop, and it was traceable, and they found it stashed in their house.
Wow.
They tracked it down about half a mile away.
Local.
No, it wasn't in their house. I do apologise. By the time they got to him, it was in a hairdresser's, not too far away. He'd sold it. He went straight around and sold it to an hairdresser. She was in absolute bits, apparently, but they found it. But yeah, that's what happens when these doors get open and left open. There is some undesirables around here.
Yeah, Jimmy White's 147 was in the 1992 year where everybody thought he was going to win the world title that year. He'd had the 147. He was playing really well. And of course, sadly for Jimmy, he ran into Stephen Hendry that day. And he led all the way through day one.
Yeah. Led
even into day two until the final. But in the afternoon session at 14.8, Hendry stole two very big frames. And the one at 14.9 was just, that brown from under the side cushion, okay, on the left-hand side, you look at your screen on a snook table, he's had to take the brown on its spot, and he's welded to the cushion just below the middle bag. He's knocked the long brown in and come off the top cushion and landed on the last rail in the ball carrier and cleared up.
Yeah. Well, he did do then, though, didn't he?
To go 14.10 instead of 15.9. If it's 15.9, I think Jimmy wins the world title.
Yeah.
And what happened next is just incredible, isn't it? But anyway, it totally is. And the frame is, I say back in the balance. If he makes a hit on the red on the top cushion.
When Littlewood says it was 14.8 and then he lost 10 in a row.
That's right, yeah, lost 10 in a row. But obviously, I didn't want to go on and on about that because it's pretty obvious. Most people know that. But there's a couple of key big frames. There was the one at 14.11. He's a left-hander on the correct side of the table, playing into the bottom left. And he's twitched up, missed the red to the bottom left corner. And he was right behind it. And he was on that side of the table for a left-hander.
I'm going to tell these to go on two tables, Reggie. This is the time of night when it needs to, otherwise we won't get our dinner.
Yeah, lost 10 in a row, the poor bugger, and suffered a terrible fate. But here we go. I think he can get just about bent this white, maybe, and just get through to this. Nah, bent the white too much, hit the yellow too full. disappointed. Easy shot here now for his opponent, really. Just bounced the red off the top cushion, I say. Bit straight on this one here, so he's going to head up towards the corner bag if he runs it through. No, but he's missed it, and he's now left him the angle to fly the yellow into the bottom left, check off the cushion, and come back through the gap and land on the last yellow. Just needs to cue this sweetly. He's refusing it, he's going for the other one. Now I am surprised. Very, very strange choice of shot for me. Very strange indeed. I mean, not only has he left the yellow on the top cushion, he's now left his opponent a very, very straightforward, easy shot, snooker. There we go. I mean, if he plays that harder, you get the double kiss. The double kiss sends it back and gets you in behind the other red. But maybe he doesn't realise that. I don't know. I need to, Andrew, but I haven't got it with me. It's up in the room. Yeah, Wayne, he twitched that. He twitched that ball at 14-11 when he could have gone 15-11, and he was on the correct side of the table for a lefty, and he missed it, wobbled it, and Hendry cleared in that frame as well. So very, very, should I say, painful moments for Jimmy White when he perhaps looks back at those moments in his career.
So Rennie Shaw mine as well for are 6 points behind. They get points per frame as well as extra points for wins. 6 points behind Nagzed. Nagzed have played all their 3 games.
It's going in all over the place here. I've not seen anything like it. I really haven't. Somebody please get Tommy Donlan on quicker. This is painful. But I can't disagree with you, Poe Overton. Unbelievable scenes here, this frame, what's gone on here. It's Stevie Wonder playing this frame. Wayne, stop it. Wayne's was going on raw. It's Stevie Wonder. Honestly, Jesus Christ. Does he take on the Barney Rubble? Yes, he does. What a shot. About time he's found his pot in socks now. Jamie Dyke's looking up to the ceiling thinking, what's going on in this frame? Oh, he ain't tweaked it. No more chicken wings. Oh dear, oh dear. Is that 3-2, Wayne?
Who's just won that one? These lads here? Yeah. 3-2 then, yeah.
Just make sure we haven't missed any frames off in all the excitement. We have got a second table going as well. So hopefully speed things up because we need to go for dinner before the 8 o'clock meeting, before the 8 o'clock game, the Tommy Donlan game. So Well, I'm about to say stop it, mate, seriously, because you've had me in stitches today, that's all I'm saying. So, my apologies, mate, but you can't stop laughing. It's just like, honestly, just so funny. Ben Bennett. Oh, he's looking up to the ceiling there, Ben, to be fair. As the guy made the double with the other player, the opponent's made the double, and he's looking up to the sky thinking, what is going on here? And the guy's knocked the black in and giving it the big one after all of that. And I don't know, just it's a mad frame, that one, shocking frame. But we all have them, you know. Everybody has a bad frame here and there. Nobody's perfect. He's decided to have a go at these ones again. If he doesn't get them, it's going to be a big advantage again in that frame for Yellows, for the ex-soldiers. So the 3-2. It could actually, obviously, be a great chance to draw level should he fail to get these, and he's in no man's land here. So. Ben Bennett. He obviously maybe takes things a bit too much to heart, and you know, I always say, you know, you should never ever attack the cue or break your cue. If you really don't want to play with it no more, just give it away. You know, you shouldn't be breaking the cue. But he's made this happen here. Fair play to him, and if he can complete the finish here, it'd be a great finish. Just got too much check side, too much left hand side on the white, so it's checked off the cushion too much. We've got a little bit left side, maybe it would have come the other side of the yellow and probably given him an easy shot from the black. Where's the black? Not quite. So drop-ins for the yellows to reduce the arrears, or to get on terms. I'm not sure who won the game. I think the Miners won it. Yeah, they did. The Miners won it. So then at the moment it's 4-2 to the Miners. So obviously, very important frame for the ex-Soldiers. Their player needs to be getting these to keep it tight, bring it to 4-3 instead of 5-2. I say he's had a result, he hasn't. He's ended up on top of the ball. It's not a nice shot to play this one. It's a good shot, but the yellow, the yellow removing the black from the pocket and putting it on the brown spot obviously means, you know, he's not going to look, and he's had, you're kidding me, he's had a right snatch at that and stuck it up.
Frames are finishing quick and fast now, Reggie. 5-2. Just had another quick problem with that scoreboard over there that's connected by Wi-Fi. I've got another scoreboard for the singles for later on. I've connected that by Ethernet cable, so we'll soon find out if it is the Wi-Fi that's causing the problem.
It was 3-2 a minute ago, so they've won both those frames.
Yeah.
5-2 now.
No, that'll be. Who just won that one? Rennie Shaw?
Miners.
So that's 6-2, I think. It was 5-2 before that frame finished. So it should be 6-2. They've just not updated it.
I think we've had that same problem again where it's doing something with the scores. It weren't 5-2. It's 4-2.
5-2, they said. Both of them.
Okay, that's fine. As long as they know what they're up with.
Yeah.
More momentum, more movement than Tina Turner's legs.
So are you? Do you fancy doing a bit of an interview with Tommy after?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a coup, that, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Love to hear what Tommy's got to say about what he's been doing and.
He enjoys it here at the Bapto as well.
Has he been playing much? And you know, I've checked the history of this tournament in the past, and I don't believe Tommy's ever won this particular title. I
asked him, and he hasn't. The thing is, he will have. I'm saying he will have. I think he might have played in it maybe once or twice, but bearing in mind he was a professional for a lot of years until he packed in. Yeah, so he wouldn't have been able to most of the time because he was a pro. Because it's
there's
amateur.
Very few that have won it, you know, 2 on the bounce. There ain't that many.
Yeah.
They've won it 2 years running.
But I think the pros used to go to Bapto, so I think they had their own little competition. Whilst there was at Bapto, because I always remember doing walking around the tower and seeing speed pool competitions and Ross McInnes and Rob McKenna in there. Do you know what I mean? So I always remember that. So they wouldn't have been there unless they had their own competition going as well.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I think to date, I only know of 3, I think, that have won back-to-back individual crown, Bapto crowns. I know of 3.
Steve Saunders, one of them? No. He won a few back in the day.
That's the one I'm dubious on. I know he's won it more than once.
Yeah.
Did he win it twice in a row? I'm not sure. The 3 I know of as double Bapto winners, champions, as in 2 years on the bounce. Sean Eaton Lees from Wolverhampton.
I don't know him.
Craig Legg, no, it wasn't Craig. Craig was 3rd. The one after was Mark Priest.
I've streamed it twice when Craig's won it.
Yeah, Mark Priest from Berkshire won it twice.
Okay, 14 and 15 was it, Craig?
13 and 14.
13 and 14, sure it wasn't 14 and 15?
No, 13.
I've streamed him twice, Reggie. I didn't stream 13.
13 wasn't here. 13 was on Sky TV.
13 was here, was it?
At Real.
Was 13 not here?
No, it's at Real. Sky TV were there for that one.
Did he win Golden 8 Ball 2 years on the trot as well then?
No.
I've streamed him winning it twice. I remember him winning it for the second time whilst I'd streamed him. So are you sure it's not 14, 15?
14 was here.
Was over there.
Yeah,
15 was over there.
14. 15 was over there because Jack Whelan won it in 15.
Right, might have been.
And of course,
so what's Craig won 2 years on the trot? Who did Jack beat in the final then?
I'm not sure. I remember when Jack won it. I think he beat Andy Lucas. I'm not sure.
I can't remember now. Was it the final what Jack played where he no, that was a team event.
Yeah.
He's rattled the ball.
It's gone.
It's gone in the top right hand corner. That was 14, 14 or 15. I've still got the video somewhere.
Yeah.
I thought Craig had won it twice here, and I'm positive I've streamed him twice.
Yeah, but he'd won 13. He won to Rill to win his first against Partab Singh of all people. Right. Okay.
But is there a reason why that's surprising?
Well, no, but it went all the way. It went 4-all.
Right. Okay.
But as I say, there was like I say, Sean Eaton-Lee's Mark Priest from Berkshire and Craig Lakin in 13 and 14 that won it 2 on the bounce. Mark Priest one has got a bit of a black mark next to it because he played Dave Fernandez in the final the second time round, and in the second final, and Dave said we'll just split the money or whatever. They've got a load of money. He's only a young guy at the time. Just went for everything. Wasn't that bothered about the title. I actually spoke to Dave about that. So.
I bet he's gutted now. A title? No, is he?
Yes and no. I mean, Dave's been to a World Masters final against Craig Wadd on the World Rule side. So.
Yeah, but they're not. It's all right getting there, but it's winning them. You know what I mean? That people remember.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you're Jimmy White, then everybody remembers a runner-up. You know what I mean? He's done it that many times. It's not hard to forget, is it?
6 times the bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Watch them cables, Reggie. I'll be unplugging any.
No. I mean, like I say, in a nutshell, Tommy was, like you say, a pro in many of them years, so that's probably why.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to.
They would have had their own little section where the pros play each other.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So, but Bapto's a very prestigious tournament, a very prestigious event. And
I know Sue Thompson's won it quite a few times, and probably quite a few times on the trot as well as Linda Muffet, or Linda Ledbetter, as she's
that's right.
now known.
There's Linda Moffat, there's Hazel Dabrowski, Sue Thompson.
I don't think Hazel plays much these days, does she?
No,
I don't think Linda.
She's won it as well. And,
I don't think Linda does.
But Sue Thompson obviously won it a number of times, and so did Linda Moffat, or Ledbetter, as she was known later on. It's a prestigious event, and it's good to win it, even if, the money doesn't last forever, but the title lasts a lifetime.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. People don't forget. Well, I'm saying they don't forget; they do forget. But your name's there for eternity. Like you say, the money's not.
It's history, isn't it? It's your name's on the Roll of Honour.
Is there room for a professional event at Bapto? Bapto Pute, but I think it might be a bit late in the day for Bapto for what it stands for. I don't suppose it is really.
Yeah, good shot. Perfect. This time he is perfect. Stop the red in and just black into the left corner after job done.
I think Rob was talking about doing something during the amateur weekend. I don't know if he still is. I'll have to ask him this weekend actually, with regard to a professional type of tournament. The top end of the £250, £500 a man or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to get them involved as well, and that'd be nice. I think he was going to do that, the amateur weekend, so that it'll give some of the pub players, if you will, something to, because they're going to be more in awe of players like that. Do you know what I mean? Rather than the pro-am weekend. And it would be nice if you did do something like that he had them turning up in the waistcoats and the dicky bows and doing it properly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And making a spectacle out of it.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was something that used to happen many years ago.
Scoreboard's gone again, Reggie. So I'll go and sort that out. I'll find out what score it is anyway. It's more than, I think it's 6-2, 7-2.
I think it's 6-2, but we'll see. Yeah, he's just smagging there when he just taking him out at will. Back shortly.
So, thank you for tuning in. That's the end of this match. We'll be back 8 o'clock with men's singles, and we've got the disher himself, Mr. Tommy Donlan, will be gracing the screen at 8 PM. Don't miss it. See you soon.